But here it is, folks. Here it bloody is. It's the final day of the season out in Scotland. Of course, the title's already be home and hose, and I think we're pretty much one step closer to realising who is down and out. I think it's still mathematically on the line. But anyway, it all boils down to this. That's right, folks, back once again with another Premiership show. Today we're taking a look at the final day in the Scottish Premiership season, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new to the channel, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button, get you back up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Scottish Premiership related, whoa, football related. We're going to go here under one Rooski. That's right, of course. It's been all over for a long time in regards to the title, but of course, right here, right now, Rangers are on the cusp of something special. Not only could they go the season unbeaten, but they could break 100 points. Of course, a small matter of Aberdeen standing in the way. Of course, we'll talk about that in a minute. A big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your continued support behind the scenes. I really appreciate it. It does wonders for the channel. Also, speaking of the channel, I want to let you know we are wide open for the Discord. Check that out. That's free to join. Go in there. You can have a little chat. We're talking about all sorts of stuff. Football kits, the Euros, of course. Maybe stick your own squad predictions in. That kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a good place to hang out and, of course, chat on the fly. When I'm on the couch, when I'm watching TV, we can chat amongst all sorts of stuff. So get amongst all that. There's a link on the screen. It's also in the description as well, so make sure you do that. Anyway, let's get cracking. Also, we might, I don't know yet, I haven't looked at the numbers properly, but we might be able to announce the winner of the Scottish Premiership Prediction League. We'll see about that. There's still 6 points on the offer, and we'll see the difference, and I think we might be able to announce it. I don't know. If not, there will be a roundup of the prediction leagues into, I don't know, maybe the back end of May, start of June, possibly. Once we'll do it in one master video, unless we know right here, right now. So let's get cracking, have a look at the games that did take place, then shall we? Kick it all off with the Championship group, I think they call it these days. 3-0 win for Rangers, of course, over Livingston. Goals from James Taverner, a penalty, of course, Ryan Kent, and then it's Hadji on the score sheet as well, giving him a comfortable 3-0 win. 2-0 for me, not too bad. Celtic 4-0 winners over St Johnstone. Comfortable win as well. I went with the 2-0 win myself on that. David Turnbull, Udward and Christopher Adjar and Academical Dembele on the score sheet, giving Celtic a 4-0 win in the end. I actually went with Aberdeen on this one, but they lost. Hibs winning on that one. Christian Deutsch, big win for that. Actually puts nails Hibs for third spot on that one. So kudos. Kudos for those guys getting that over the line, and they'll be in Europe next season at some sort of stage. Hopefully they can get to the group stages of the Europa League. I don't know if are they in the Europa League or are they in the Europa League conference thing? I don't know. Next up, of course, Dundee United against Motherwell was a 2-2 draw in the end on that gadget. Of course, Lawrence Shankland getting a lot of attention, as is Archie Mixon as well. Chris Long and Devante Gold getting goals for Motherwell in an action-packed game there with a lot of goals. Actually, remember the one with Dundee United, I was wrong. Kilmarnock, another action-packed game against Mirren, 3-3 in the end. Carl Glafty with a brace. Greg Kilty as well. Jamie McGrath, Cameron McPherson and Colin Quainer getting on the score sheet as well with a 6-goal Bobby Does. I went with a 2-1 win for Kilmarnock. And finally, of course, Ross County did beat Hamilton 2-1 in the end. Blair Spitnell and Charlie Larkin as well, with Scott McCann getting the goal for Hamilton. But I think it's too little too late, and Hamilton might be down. We'll confirm that in a little bit. But that's all important. Take a look at the prediction league. So here we go. We're going to see if we have a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Ivan Stringer did bits. Dave out the Great also did good. Yana Bosta, you had a nightmare. I don't know why I'm clapping it, but you had a nightmare. Omar Esquivel, well done to you. Also did poop. Shane O'Donnell also did very well indeed. He also scores leading. I think he is still leading. I don't know if he's won it though. Fernando Jose Casino, not too bad. Russell Frost, well done to you. You did poo. Game Charlie also did bits. Ojo 52, and of course Mark Chapman also did great. Chase Bees FC great, and of course Jack Potter did poop. Kicking off phone, Vincent Hong didn't do great. Of course Matt Gunn also did poop. Ultra smashed it this past week, and of course Mark Spatelli also did very well. Let's take a look at the leaderboard for this week. Here we go. Remember, when we look at the master leaderboard, it is 6 points on the agenda, so we need a 6-point clearance. Ultra Emirates got 5 this week, which is good. Game Charlie also not too bad, and the chasing pack. What about the overall leaderboard then? Let's have a look at it. Have we got a winner? Have we got a bloody winner? I really don't even know. We don't have a winner. We still got it all on the line. In fact, it's still wide open. Wow. We still have mathematically 4 people in that race. Shane O'Donnell just has to have a nightmare. He just has to have a nightmare. And the Aberdeen game could prove a bit of a sticky wicket for Rangers as well. So you know what, this could go either way. If I was one of these chasing guys here, I would be thinking outside the box. I would be thinking the opposites to Shane O'Donnell. If I was Shane O'Donnell, I'd also be playing it to my cards, play my cards close to my chest, and wait till maybe just before kickoff, because if I was gaming shot, I don't want to give people game plan or anything like that. Because Shane O'Donnell, Patreon, much love to the channel, I do appreciate that. But you know what? If this is a very cat and mouse kind of thing, who goes first, who makes their prediction first, you know what I mean? Because Gaming Charlie would maybe, if he did the opposite to Shane and just hope that his results come in his way, then he might have a chance. Oh, it's so tight! I'm very, very excited for the grand final. The same could be said for Maurice Spitali. If I was Maurice Spitali or Matt Gunner, I would do the complete opposite to Shane to see if you can get a bit of luck. When I say opposite, there is more than one outcome to a game, more than two outcomes to a game. But anyway, it's still on the line. Exciting times. Let's take a look at the table, though. This is not really much exciting times. Of course, Rangers home and host in top spot. Of course, Celtic are in second, and Hibs are in third. And of course, they will be third no matter what. 4 points, more than 4 points clear over Aberdeen. As for the foot of the table, Hamilton are mathematically down. They'll need a massive goal swing over Kilmarnock to see that role reversed. And speaking of Kilmarnock, they are still they could get themselves out of the old playoff discussion as well, depending if they could win their final matches. So let's take a look at those final matches. And is it Hamilton up against Kilmarnock? Hamilton up against Kilmarnock. So must win here. Must win. There is 15 points, something like 15 goal swing. So they're gonna have to win like 6-0 or 7-0 or something batshit crazy to kind of overturn that. But it's still going to be more than a pain in the backside for that to happen. So let's take a look at that match then. So kicking on forwards, let's take a look at Hamilton. Academical up against Kilmarnock. They played each other in the last 6. It's been 3 wins for Kilmarnock, 2 for Hamilton, and 1 draw. Last round in Hamilton was a 1-0 for Hamilton back in December this season, of course. So Kilmarnock, don't fancy the chances when they go to Hamilton. Ross Callaghan with the goal back in the day. Kelvin Kakoma got himself sent off as well to make matters a little bit more easy for Hamilton. They also played each other this season a couple of times extra over in Kilmarnock. They were both back-to-back wins there for Kilmarnock. 2-0 win last round, of course, in January heading into this. Of course, speaking of the last few games, Hamilton Committed just 1 win in the past 6 games. 1 win was against St Mirren. So Kilmarnock without a win in 3. Really bad form. A really bad time to get the bad form. But I think they are, of course, home and host. 5-2 for Hamilton on this one. Taking place on Sunday, then May the 16th. 30-5. It's weird how they do this. 30-5 is your draw. Even Stevens is your Kilmarnock on this one. Kilmarnock, of course. Where are you? Where are you in the bloody league? I hate this. How this is all panned out here. Give me a minute. I've got to go move this around. But of course, the league is already home and host for the most part of it. But a win for Hamilton. They could mathematically. What is all this poopity scoopity going on about? A win for them, Hamilton. They could possibly go above Kilmarnock. Could they? No, they can't. It's down here. I'm looking down here. Mathematically, it's all a bag of shite. So regardless of all that, I'm going to go with a win for Kilmarnock to take today to 2-2 win, which could give them a lifeline and maybe get them out of the old playoffs discussion. They've got a better goal difference than Ross County. So if they win and Ross County lose, then Ross County will go into that playoff spot and they could join Hamilton into the Championship next season. Of course, kicking on forward though, we have a Motherwell up against Ross County. Let's get into that one then, shall we? Of course, play each other also on Sunday the 16th of May. Play each other the last 6 though. 4 wins for Motherwell, 2 for Ross County. No draws. Last round at Fir Park was back in October. It was a 4-0 win for Motherwell. Tony Watt, extra on the score sheet. Marco O'Hara, Cam Lang and Devante Cole on the score sheet as well, giving Motherwell a comfortable 4-0 win. They also played each other a couple of times in Ross County this season. A 1-0 win back in August for Ross County and a Motherwell win in Ross County in Jan as well, heading into this. Look at the bookies odds, so we'll get to that in a minute. Motherwell just 1 defeat past 6 games. 1 defeat was against Hibs in the Scottish Cup. Meanwhile, back-to-back wins for Ross County at the right time of asking. Of course, they would be looking to make it 3 wins on the bounce to stay in the division. 5-4 is your Motherwell. They are your favourites. 11-4 is your draw. 90-10 is your draw on this. Of course, a win for Motherwell. Of course, top of the pops, and they will remain top of the pops of that bottom section if they were to get the win. As for their opposition, Ross County win for them though will make them home. In fact, just a point would make them safe from houses and playing Premiership football next season. Of course. course, so we'll see how that pans out. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Motherwell to make it a little bit spicy, and if my mathematics are correct, that would actually see Kilmarnock flip-flop above Ross County and put them in a bit of bother. Next up, of course, a bit of a dead rubber is St Mirren up against Dundee United. Just pride on the line. In fact, Dundee United could finish above St Mirren with a win. We'll take a look at that one then, shall we? Of course, played the last 6 of it, 2 wins apiece and 2 draws last time around. Of course, in St Mirren's a 0-0 draw back in November 2020. They also played each other a couple of times at Tannadice. It was a 2-1 win back in September for Dundee United. However, it was a 5-1 win for St Mirren back in January as well, heading into this. Of course, both two teams in a bit of rugby form. In fact, the last 3, both of the two sides identical form, 2 defeats and 1 draw heading into this. Look at the bookies odds on this one. St Mirren coming at you. Where are you? St Mirren actually 64 for the victory. 21-10 is your Dundee. 21-10 is your draw. Of course, a win for Dundee United in third in the bottom half of the group. Of course, they could go above. They could go to top of the pops. Actually, they could go above Motherwell in the end. Same could be said for St Mirren, of course. But a draw would see St Mirren finish in second of that bottom half as well. I've gone with draw on this one, which will leave them as they were really. But it was a bit of a non-starter. This bottom half of the group. It was Motherwell, St Mirren, and Dundee United. Completely different quality to Ross County, Kilmarnock, and Hamilton these days. In fact, you would probably say that when you look at the grand scheme of things in the whole table, as Rangers, Celtic, and Hibs cut off from the likes of Aberdeen, St Johnstone, and Livingston as well. We'll explore that right now, of course. Speaking of Hibs, big chance to end the season with another banger. Of course, they've got a final to look forward to up against St Johnstone, who are looking to do the cup double as well. So a good season for them in the cup competitions anyway. But heading into this, of course, the last 6 has been 4 wins for Celtic, nothing for Hibs, and of course 2 draws. Last round at Easter Road was in fact a draw back in November, 2-2 draw in the end. Goals coming from Jamie Murphy, Kevin Nesbitt as well. Udderson Edward and Diego Laxett get a late equaliser for Celtic on this one. Celtic, though, undefeated in the last 10 matches against Hibs in all competitions. Speaking of those matches against each other, they played each other twice already in Glasgow. It was a 3-0 win back in September. It was a 1-1 draw over in January as well. Heading into this, Hibs looking very good right now. 5 wins in the past 6 games. Of course, Celtic just 1 win and 4 for them. A 4-0 win over St Johnstone. Look at the biggest odds on this one. Hibs coming at you. A 4-1 for the victory. 64 on is your Celtic. Of course, 40-5 is your draw. Taking place on 15th of May. That is a Saturday, and I've gone with Hibs on this one. That's right. Don't care what I'm thinking. I'm going for my boys here. They'll upset the apple cart. They were close twice this season. They'll get over the line this time. Celtic, of course, licking their wounds. Hibs are, of course, playing with pride, and I think it's a tremendous season for Hibs this season, finishing third. Of course, they were always going to be in that mix for third. But anyway, that's what I'm going for on the final game for Hibs at Easter Road. Taking, of course, Rangers now against Aberdeen. This is where it's all on the line. Played the last 6 4 wins for Rangers, nothing for Aberdeen, and 2 draws, of course, last round. Ian Ibrox was the 4-0 win for Rangers back in November. Of course, goals coming from Ryan Kent, Kima Roos, Scott Arthur, and James Taverner as well. They also played each other a couple of times at Pedodry, both wins for Rangers as well. They actually won the last 3 heading into this. Of course, Rangers winning their last 18 home matches in the Premiership, and they're also undefeated in 32 of the last 35 matches against Aberdeen in all competitions. Heading into this, though, Aberdeen just 1 win and 4 for them. 1 win against Livingston. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 6 games for Rangers. That was against St Johnstone in the Scottish Cup, so they are beatable. Only just, though. It was, I think, a penalties or something like that. 7-2 on is your Rangers, 4-1 is your draw, 10-1 is your long shots. That is Aberdeen. Aberdeen coming into this. Where are you? Of course, the bookies odds on this one. We just looked at the bookies odds, didn't I? I've gone with a win on this one for Rangers. 2-1 win. They'll get it. They'll get the 100-point barrier busted wide open. And of course, even a draw gets them the 100-point barrier. So a fantastic season, no matter what however you look at it. But I think everybody, well, not everybody, but Celtic will be looking at this and hoping that Aberdeen could do the unthinkable and stop Rangers. But I don't think so. Anyway, speaking of unthinkable, is St Johnstone on for a cup double, taking on, of course, Livingston. Callum Davidson, ex-Rover, leading the charge there. Craig Conray on the books as well, ex-Rover, leading the charge. So hopefully they'll do the. Of course, I want Hibs to win a bit of glory as well. Good season, regardless, for St Johnstone. Anyway, they played for the last 6, 3 wins apiece. Of course, no draws last round at St Johnstone was a 2-1 win for Livingston back in December 2020. John Guthrie, Scott Robinson, and scoresheet for Livingston. Christopher Kane getting the goal for St Johnstone as well. In fact, they also played each other a couple of times in Livingston, and they were both back-to-back wins for St Johnstone. In fact, they played each other 4 times this season. Wow. It's 2 wins apiece and 2 no draws. Livingston, though, losing their last 4 matches heading into this. Of course, 5 defeats on the spin for Livingston. Not good form at all. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat to pass. 6 for St Johnstone. That was a 4-0 loss to Celtic just the other day. Bookies odds on this one. St Johnstone 21-20 for the victory. 3-1 is your away win. 21-10 is your Livingston on this one. Of course, St Johnstone are in 5th. And a draw will keep them in 5th above Livingston. That's all they've got to play for, really. I've gone with St Johnstone to end it with a bang, with a 1-0 win in the end. That's what I got, boys and girls. Be sure to give the video some love and smash the old thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. It's another place where you can show your love and support channel in another way. Also, you can join the Discord and have be my brother from another mother in that regard. Of course, we're chatting into the summer and about the summer tournaments, Euros. We talk about Scotland, everyone's chances. Get your Scotland predictions in there. We're going to be talking all about that over in the Discord. It's free to enter. Just get stuck in there. The code is on the screen right here, right now. Of course, we are into the final. We looks like we're going to have to come back for, of course, a recap or a roundup of the Prediction League. And we'll do that, of course, towards the back end of May into the start of June, probably before the Euros. Once it will be a one master video. It'll be a Prediction League roundup, of course. So it's anybody's guess. You might be able to do the maths yourself, and if you want to do the maths yourself, and if for example, if Shane O'Donnell does come out on top victorious, get in touch with me in the comment section. We can have a little chat one-on-one and try and get yourself sorted out with your prize. Anyway, until then, I'll see you all soon for the next one, which I don't know. Speaking of Scottish Premiership next season, again, it's on the fence right now. We'll see if we're going to come back next season for this. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see the Scottish Premiership return next season, because I've got a lot of leagues on the agenda and I need to axe a couple to make room for these other ones. But anyway, let me know. Till then,